Fox News Channel, settled its lawsuit against Dominion Voting Machines Company last night for $787,500, more than $750 million. This is probably the largest settlement in a defamation case in the United States of America in history. Defamation cases where the plaintiff says the plaintiff suffered some quantifiable financial harm as a result of what the defendant said about the plaintiff are very difficult to prove in America, where the plaintiff has to meet what's called a standard of actual malice. Without getting too technical, Dominion would have to have shown that Fox spoke with knowledge of falsity or with reckless disregard for whether or not what it said was the truth. Without getting into what my friends and former colleagues said, as a judge, I've presided over thousands of settlements. No one is happy when a case is settled. The plaintiff walks away thinking it or she or he should have gotten more, and the defendant walks away thinking that it or she or he should have paid less. In fact, the judges used to kid each other that it's a sign of a good settlement when both sides are unhappy. If one side was happy and the other side was not, then that means the settlement was probably not a fair one. What produces a settlement? It's a judgment call. The plaintiff wants money, but is worried it might not get the money it wants from a jury. The defendant, in this case, Fox, knows it has to pay something, but is worried the jury might order it to pay more than it wants. Will this money bankrupt Fox? No, absolutely not. Fox is probably worth about $100 billion. Its last financial report showed, as of June of last year, June of 22, it had over $4 billion in cash or in liquid assets, in assets that could be converted to cash within 24 or 48 hours. That's a lot of cash, obviously. This is not coming from the pockets of the Murdoch family. It's coming from earned income set aside for this purpose. Sometimes you don't want to try a case because you fear harm can come out from trying it. Other times you don't want to try a case because you're worried the jury won't understand it. There are a lot of reasons for settling. Sometimes people plead guilty to very, very low-level crimes which they didn't commit in order to avoid being prosecuted for higher crimes. That's a form of settlement. That's a very serious issue because it implicates due process. But in the case of Dominion versus Fox, this is a private settlement. I was surprised that the amount was revealed. Usually Fox insists that the amount not be revealed, but both sides agreed, and the judge in the case agreed that the amount could be revealed. Is it fair? We'll never know if it's fair. Both sides obviously think that it's fair because both sides agreed that this was the proper amount. Fox did not want its senior executive chairman and founder, Rupert Murdoch, founder along with the late, great Roger Ailes, to be put on the witness stand, and it did not want its most prized talent, my friends and former colleagues, to be put on the witness stand and grilled by Dominion's lawyers. And Dominion, to be candid, was worried they weren't going to get anywhere near the number they wanted. Dominion isn't even worth half of that amount of money. I don't know what damages Dominion was able to show, but it probably gained publicity and gained advertising as a result of this entire litigation. So we'll never know. Both sides think it's fair. The judge thinks it's fair. Both sides saved embarrassment, time, and money, and the unknown that sometimes happens in a jury case.